In this lecture, you are going to see what is bounce rate and how it acts as a search engine ranking factor. According to Wikipedia, the bounce rate is the percentage of visitors to a particular website who navigate away from the site after viewing only one page. It's so obvious that a rising bounce rate is a sign that your home page or the page which the visitor is visiting from the Google search result is boring, right? Let's see this infographic. According to this infographic by Kissmetrics, bounce rate is the percentage of single page visits, that is, the visits in which the person left your site from the entrance page. It is also a measure of visit quality. So, a higher bounce rate generally indicates the landing pages aren't relevant to your visitors. You should know this fact that Google takes the bounce rate as an important SEO ranking factor. You can easily calculate the bounce rate of any page using this equation. Here, TV represents total number of visits viewing one page only, whereas TE represents total entries to the page. So the ratio of TV to TE represents bounce rate. But you don't need to calculate this for every page. Just install Google Analytics and you can view the bounce rate of every landing page or the entrance pages. So, what are all the visits which are counted as bounced? Let's assume that a visitor is visiting your website from a Google search result. If he clicks on a link to a page on a different website, then he is considered as bounced back. Even if he clicks the back button to leave the site to Google search page again, then also he is considered as bounced back. If he closes the window or tab of your website or even the browser altogether, or if he types a new URL from the page of your site, or if the session times out, then in these situations, the visitor is considered as bounced back. So again, by using this equation, Google computes the bounce rate for each and every page of your website. But bounce rate varies from industry to industry. That is, it's not the same across all categories of websites. According to this infographic, the average time on site is 190 seconds. I think you remember what is a time on site because we just saw in the last lecture. And the average page views is 4.6. There comes the average bounce rate, that is 40%. But for retail sites which drive well targeted traffic, the bounce rate is just 20 to 40%. For single landing pages or the sales pitch pages, most of the users bounce back, and that's why it has got an average of 70 to 90% bounce rate. For portals such as MSN, Yahoo groups, Facebook groups, etc., the bounce rate average is 10 to 30% because there the interaction is very high, which leads to lower bounce rate. Let's come to the important category, that is content websites. Blogs, news websites, magazine websites, all of these websites fall under the category content websites. These websites usually get high search engine visibility, often for irrelevant terms. So, their bounce rate often stays between 40 to 60%. If you target more relevant terms in search engine, and if you can reduce your bounce rate below 40%, then there is a sure shot to get top 3 rankings in Google search page. Let's come to the research of search metrics. The bounce rate indicates to Google how happy are your users after reading your content. So higher the happiness of users or higher the satisfaction of users, lower will be the bounce rate. Even if an user reads an entire post and returns back to Google search to research the topic On other sources, that is also considered as bounced back. So you should find all the pages that are having higher bounce rate by using some analytics tools such as Google Analytics, and all those higher bounce rate pages should be removed or reworked entirely. In this graph, you can see that the top 3 search results have an average bounce rate of just 35%, which is not so easy to attain. The overall average of top 10 search results is 37%, and the difference is very meager, that is just 2%. And that's why the correlation is very low, that is 4% or 0.04. In the next lecture, you will learn how to increase the time on site and how to reduce the bounce rate of the posts or pages on your website.